Alright, we're going to move on to the lips. So again, we've done the lips before. You are going to start by drawing a bunch of tiny hairs. If you've done the lips, you can just wait. Then we're going to take our top lip and shade it kind of a medium. Keep in mind too, if you do your lips darker, it's going to read more like you have on lipstick. So if you don't want it to look that way, you may want to do your lips a little bit lighter. Then I'm going to come in and make it a little bit darker just where the two lips meet. Create that shadow. Bottom lip, remember it's darker on the outsides. Lighter as we get towards the center. And all of these again are just general rules. You should be looking at your face. Check and make sure that your top lip is a little bit darker than your bottom lip. If it's not, you can go in and darken it some more. I want to add just a little shadow right at the corners of my mouth. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to the ears. My ears, I'm going to do darkest in that center area. And then I'm going to have them start darker as they connect to the head and fade out lighter. My ear goes behind my hair so you can't see it as much. But that center part's going to be dark. It's going to start darker, fade out lighter. Now, on your neck and chin, and I can kind of see I don't like the shape my head's making here. I'm going to kind of fix that. So especially when you shade, you can kind of see what's wrong, what you don't like. On my neck, your chin is going to be casting a shadow down on your neck. So you want to make sure we put a shadow here so it looks like our head and our chin are popping out further than our neck. So it's going to be darker on the sides, like we're shading a cylinder, and darker right underneath the neck. So let's just kind of start first by shading our cylinder, and we'll let it get darker. Fade to lighter as it gets towards the middle. Again, if your hair is covering it like mine is, you'll go around the hair. Take your finger, kind of make sure that's a nice smooth transition without over blending. And then you can go back in and create a shadow right under the chin to really make it look like your chin and your head are popping out from your neck a little bit. You can kind of smooth it out. All right. Before I move on to doing hair or clothes or anything, this is where I would go in and kind of make edits, decide what I needed to fix, what doesn't look like the person that you're drawing, which in this instance is you. Go in, darken things that need to be darkened, lighten things that need to be lightened, because we don't always get things right the first time. So we can go in and do all of those things. So, hair, again, you're going to shade it like a shape. Think about you have darks, mediums, and lights. You're going to, especially coming out from the center, I would start. Think about your darkest areas. Sorry, I'm trying to not mess up my video. It's habit to spin my paper around. And I'm just kind of blocking in some dark areas first. Maybe right next to the face. I really want to get it dark so it really frames my face nicely, even if you're blonde. Just kind of helps, I think, to frame the face up. Then I'll start to come in and work in some mediums. Again, I'm not doing this. I'm not drawing every hair. I'm thinking about it like that, with value. I'm a little bit rougher with my shading. You don't have to be. I just kind of do that to get the hair texture a little bit more. I can go back in, of course, and soften some of those quick sketchy lines and leave some of them quick and sketchy, so I kind of emphasize that hair texture. Think about how your hair looks next to your skin. Is your hair darker than your skin, or is your hair lighter than your skin? So right now this person looks like they're kind of blonde. If you want them to be darker hair, you'd go in and just make the whole hair a little bit darker so that it pops out a little bit more. I could go in and add some little hair wispies and flyaways for realism. Smooth it out. Alright, so I'm going to stop on the hair for now because I want you all to see a shirt real quick, some clothes, and then and some freckles, and then we'll be done. So freckles, if you have freckles, I use the side of my pencil and I just really lightly add them in. You can even take your finger and smudge them out so that they're not too pronounced. What you want to avoid is drawing really dark polka dots on your face. Circles are not, or freckles are not perfect circles, so don't draw them that way. Just use the side of your pencil when you're doing freckles. It keeps you from having as much control, and then it keeps you from doing those perfect circle freckles. Alright, so on your shirt, you'll do your shoulders, and again, you can make your shirt darker, you can make it lighter, that's all up to you, but it'll be darker at the shoulders and lighter as it fades out, and I would just kind of get a base shadow over the whole thing. And I'm going to make my shirt lighter just because I'm running out of time on how much the video will let me post. So you want to shade your shoulders darker to lighter. Then you can go back in if you want. Think about your wrinkles. Does your shirt have any wrinkles? Add any detail you want to make it more realistic. Alright, so that's kind of a basics on how to do shading. Again, keep in mind that this will vary from person to person depending on their face, but it's definitely a good start. Don't do anything to your background yet. Wait for me to give you background instructions.